Hey everybody, how's it going? Marcos Villegas here from home, live, being joined now via Zoom with Otto Wallin, a heavyweight fighter who is battling this COVID epidemic, or not epidemic, but pandemic that's happening right now. Otto, man, I read what had happened to you via various articles online. I wanted to check in with you and see how are you doing, man?
Now I'm doing good. This was started about 2.5 weeks ago for me, and it wasn't bad at all for me, to be honest. I only had like a light fever, some coughing, sneezing, and then I started getting better, and then I lost all my sense of smell and taste. But I was never tested, so it's not confirmed for me. But my mother, she was here in New York, and when she went back to Sweden, she started having symptoms at the same time as me. And then when she was home, she was staying with her boyfriend. And after 4 or 5 days while she had been home, then he started to having symptoms. And he's in a risk group because he's diabetic. So he got tested and he tested positive. And so it wasn't too bad for me, to be honest, but it was worse for them. They had high fever, very tired and coughing and stuff. They're doing better now though, so I'm happy about that.
Well, that's really good. I'm glad to hear that your mom and her significant other is doing well. How do you think you ended up getting in contact in that position?
I have no idea. It could have been at the gym or whatever. You know, I live in New York, so there's always a lot of people around. And I was at the gym. Unfortunately, we had an older man, Nelson Cuevas. He passed away from the virus. So that was very sad. So we know that it's been in the gym, but it's been everywhere. I think there's so many people that has it over here. And you know, 80% of the people are only going to have mild symptoms. So it's a very sneaky virus, and that's why it's so important that people stay home as much as they can.
Was Nelson in the same gym as you as well around the same time all this was happening?
Yeah, we were at Mendes Boxing Gym here.
Mm.
But I train at other gyms too to do my strength and conditioning and stuff. So I have no idea where I picked it up.
Mm. How is it right now over there in New York, the New York area, Brooklyn area? Because you know we see the news, and from what they're saying, it seems to be it's really bad over there right now.
Yeah, it's we have a lot of cases over here in New York, and we're the biggest in the world right now for this, which is not very good. But New York is doing a lot of testing. They say they do more testing than anywhere in the world, so that's good. And they're trying to prepare for more cases. It's going to be very tough over here, but they're doing all they can. And I'm happy with the governor. He seems to be a good guy, and from what I can see and what I can understand, it seems like he wants to do the right thing. So that's good.
So 2 weeks ago, when you said you started experiencing the symptoms, you know, take me to 2 weeks ago up until now. You know, how was your life during those 2 weeks of self quarantine? What were you doing? And you know, were you always at home, or were you able to go anywhere? Explain to me what was going on during that.
Yeah. So this started on Sunday, the 15th. I started having like a light fever, a little sore throat. So it wasn't bad, like I said, but I felt that something was off, that I felt a little sick. And at the same time, I talked to my mom, and she also had the same stuff, but it was a little more for her, like I said. But so then I decided to call a doctor, and they told me that you shouldn't come in because your symptoms are not that bad, and you're not in a risk group. You're a young person. So stay home and self-quarantine and monitor your symptoms. If it gets worse, get a hold of us. So that's what I've been doing. I quarantined for 2 weeks, and I didn't leave the house. I had people go grocery shopping for me and leave it outside the door. And if I didn't do that, I ordered online. So when I was home, a lot of Netflix, a lot of PlayStations. I read a book here and there. You know, just trying to maintain. But yeah, I felt sick for like 3 or 4 days. Then I started to get better. And then I lost all my sense of smell and taste. So other than that, I was feeling good, but I couldn't smell anything or taste anything. I even tried alcohol, and I couldn't taste the alcohol. So
Oh
it was
wow.
that serious. Yeah. So I had that no taste for like 5 days, Then that came back, and then another 5 days, I got my sense of smell back.
So when did you finally start feeling like okay or well enough to be able to start doing things?
Um, I started doing things when I got my sense of smell back. I was quarantining until that, and then another couple of days, and then I started. I mean, I went to the grocery store, but then I went straight back home. So I haven't been out much now either. I just go to the store, I pick up some groceries, and I come back home, and I've been able to buy some stuff and borrow stuff to make my own gym at home here. So it works out pretty good. It's not the same as the gym, but it works for now.
And I would imagine because, even though you started feeling well, you still want to be careful. That must have been kind of stressful as well, still going out and taking precaution, having your mask on. And are you having to tell the doctors when you're going in, like, hey, I think I had it, be careful?
No, today when I went, I didn't mention because they didn't ask me. But right when I stepped into the hospital, they screened me. They do that with everybody. So they screened me, checked my temperature, asked me if I had any symptoms, but I don't. So that's what I told them. And this stopped for me like a week ago. So I'm probably fine now. But then they had hand sanitizer. That was the first step when I got into the hospital. Then they put a mask on and stuff. So they're taking good precautions.
I would imagine you live by yourself, right? Or did you have to quarantine from whoever you lived with?
No, I live alone. So, I mean, it's not too far off from my normal life, except that I can't go to the gym, to be honest.
Well, that's you and me and everyone else, man.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of how I live. I go to the gym, I come home, I rest, I get ready for the next workout. So I'm kind of used to this.
Now, with a lot of fighters, they've had all their fights called off, pushed back. It's a difficult time. Tell me a little bit about how this is affecting you financially, not having anything going on.
Yeah, it's tough for everybody. And I was supposed to fight. I had the injury, so I get paid when I fight. So I lost money there. Now I just wanna work my way back up to start making money again. But it's very tough for everybody, of course. So I think the system is crazy. Like, you have people, they work every day their whole life, and something like this happen, and they're in a bad place. That's not how it's supposed to be, and I don't know what to do about that. But I just think that's not how it's supposed to be.
What do you think can be done or should be done, in your opinion?
I mean, I'm no financial expert, but I think we need to learn in school from an early age how to invest money, to make money work for us instead of us working for money. That's what I think. And I try to do my best to read on stuff and understand some financial aspects and good investments for my future. But it's not so easy. I think that's something we need to learn in school, and that's not something we learn. We learn how to work, and that's it. We learn how to work and pay bills. And I wanna learn myself and educate myself so I can build a good foundation, that I have money coming in each month and build up passive income.
I've spoken to a lot of fighters that are either like up and coming or are like, just about to make the next step. And they've all told me that they're stressed out because some of them are still check to check in terms of their income. With that being said, are you okay? Are you all right financially, or are you taking a hit right now where you're stressing a little bit about how long this is going to take for you to get back fighting again and working again?
No, if you asked me a year ago, it would be a lot harder. It would be a lot tougher. But now I had my fight with Fury. I made some money off of that fight. So that kind of keeps me calm for right now. So it's not good, but I'm hanging in there. So that's good.
That's good. That's good to hear, Otto. That's very good to hear.
Thank you.
With this as well, because a lot of people don't know, once the illness goes away, like what do they tell you to do? Do they tell you just resume normal life? Do they tell you, you could still be, you could still get it again? You could still give it to other people?
I'm not sure because the virus is so new. So I don't think anybody's certain. But I know the White House guy, the medical guy at the White House, he says that most likely you can't get it again. And every other virus has been like that. So if this virus is not different from that, then he don't know. But he says that most likely you're immune once you had it. And I know the guidelines over here is that once your symptoms stop, you wait another 2 to 3 days, and then you should be fine to go out again and not be contagious.
So you can have friends over again.
Yeah, but I can. But I mean, they need to make their way over here too. I mean, if they want to go into a cab, they might be infected and affect the cab driver, or vice versa. So, you know.
No, that's very true. I think everybody doesn't want to take any sort of public transportation right now because of that. Yeah,
it's a crazy situation, but
yeah, it is.
I know there's a lot of good work going on, and hopefully we have a medicine soon.
No, I hope so. Or you could donate blood, maybe give some antibodies to everybody.
Yeah, I actually signed up for that on Mount Sinai here in New York, so we'll see if they get back to me.
Yeah, that'd be really good, because you would think that would be a quick way to be able to get some sort of treatment out for this.
Yeah. Hopefully that's how it works, and that works, of course.
With that being said, Otto, with all this time, you as a fighter, I know you're going through your foot injury and then getting COVID-19, but how have you been passing the time and dealing with all this free time and staying positive throughout all this?
To be honest, it's not that hard for me. Like I said, this is not so far off from my normal life. Now I got a bike here. I got some elastic bands. I got some dumbbells. I got a kettlebell and TRX. So I got a lot of equipment. And from Monday this week, I've been working out twice a day, and I will keep doing that. Keep doing 10 to 12 sessions a week. I do it all here in my apartment. So, I get time to pass, and yeah, we can't bury ourselves, and we got to keep going and stay strong, and that's what I'm trying to do.
And the good thing too, you being a heavyweight, you don't have to really worry too much about the diet. So if you gain weight from this, it's fine. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. I don't want to get fat, but I try to maintain my weight where it is. But it's very hard. I'm eating a lot less, but I'm not dropping weight because I'm not moving around as much.
No, it's very true. I've told friends, either two things are going to happen from this. People are going to come out really, really fit, or people are going to come out really, really big and alcoholics, because all I've seen is people drinking on their snaps. Everybody, literally everybody.
Yeah, true. I wonder if there's going to be a baby boom after too, or if it's going to be a lot of divorces.
Yeah, you're probably going to see both. You're going to see a lot of coronavirus babies, and yeah, you probably will see a lot of divorces, because all the time with your significant other trapped inside, I would imagine there's a little bit of tension there sometimes.
Yeah, this should be a good test for the future.
Well, the other thing, I'm a single guy. There's a lot of people that are single right now, and I'm just trying to wrap my head. How are you supposed to date people, stay in contact with people you're dating? It's extremely difficult to do that right now too.
Yeah, it is, but we have to. We don't want to. I'm not scared about myself, but I don't want to infect others, and affect, risk groups, older people. You never know who you give it to. So it's dangerous. Like, look at me and my mom. We were here in New York. Then she goes back and she infects her husband or boyfriend, and he's in a risk group, and he had to be hospitalized. So it was serious for him. So that can happen to anybody, No,
that's very true.
You have to be very careful. And I think the girls have to wait a little bit.
Yeah, we all have to wait, which sucks, man. Because we don't know when is this going to be over,
No. Yeah, we gotta try to do what we can. We have a lot of technology nowadays, so that works to some extent, right?
A lot of internet sites we can go to.
Yeah.
Right? If you have a
Yeah.
VPN, even better, because you get some stuff for free. No, I'm
True.
gonna stop it from there. I'm not gonna say anymore. Ending this conversation, Otto, just I think it's really important for people to be aware how serious what's going on right now with COVID-19.
Yeah.
What would you say to those people, maybe boxing fans that look at it and don't see it as serious and that are still going out? Let them know, or what would you leave them with?
Yeah, I would say that, just look at me. I was here with my mom, and we got infected somehow. She goes back to Sweden. She infects her boyfriend that gets really sick, and he has to go to the hospital. And he was there for like 5 days. And it comes from New York, go back to my hometown in Sweden. It's crazy. So a lot of people won't feel anything. So if they keep going out, they can spread it to others. And if they spread it to an older person or somebody that's sick, they can pass away from it. So it's a big responsibility we have to stay at home now as much as possible. It's really serious. There's a lot of people dying over here. And already we had some cases in boxing, like Nelson at my gym, a really good man. He's been in boxing all his life and done a lot for boxing, and he passed away from it. So it's tragic, and nobody's untouchable. We have to follow the guidelines from the government and stay at home as much as possible to keep the deaths down, because it's going to be really tough times ahead of us. So we got to slow the spread as much as possible.
Thank you for that, Otto, and I appreciate the time. Thank you so much. It's always great being able to chat with you. Thank you, man. And I wish you health and that your recovery on your foot gets fully recovered.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me, and good talking to you, and stay healthy, and hope to see you soon.
Same here, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Otto.
Thank you.